With the third day of the Democratic National Convention being held yesterday and the fourth and final day being held today, I thought I'd take the time to discuss the definitive Democratic nominee for Vice President, with that man being Tim Walz. Hi, welcome to the Crude Truth. My name is Francis, and without further ado, I present to you the truth about Tim Walz. At last night's Democratic Convention, Tim Walz formally accepted the Democratic nomination for Vice President of the United States of America. With his position officially solidified with there being 75 days left until November 5th, I thought I'd make a brief little background check for those who are unaware of who he is and what he stands for. Tim Walz is the incumbent governor of Minnesota. He is a former public school teacher and served 24 years in the National Guard. He and his three siblings resided in Valentine, Nebraska until his father got diagnosed with lung cancer, where he then moved to the rural village of Butte, Nebraska. He graduated from Butte High School in 1982 with a class of 25 students. Walz's father later died in 1984. Consequently, he and his family had to live on Social Security survivor benefits to get by. Walz later moved to Texas, where he managed to take courses at Houston University while simultaneously being listed in the Texas Army National Guard. Walz later moved to Arkansas, where he had a job making tanning beds, as well as being an instructor in the Arkansas Army National Guard. Walz later returned to Nebraska, where he managed to complete his college education at Chadron State University, gaining a Bachelor of Science degree in Social Science in 1989. After completing university, Walz was offered a one-year teaching job in Guangdong, China. While teaching, Walz met his future wife, Gwen Whipple, who was also a teacher. 2 years later, the two moved to Mankato, Nebraska, where Tim took up a job as a geography teacher and football coach at Mankato West High School. Their football team had lost 27 consecutive games by the time Walz took up the job. And after several trials and errors, their team finally won their first state championship. But on February 10th, 2005, Walz filed to run for the U.S. House of Representatives from Minnesota's 1st congressional district. And in 2006, he took a sabbatical to direct his focus towards his congressional campaign. Walz eventually won the election, winning by 53%, being able to hold his own against primarily Republican districts. From a little boy in Old Butte, Nebraska, to a meritorious member of Congress, Walz accomplished a commendable number of feats during his congressional career. Leveraging his time in the Army, Walz supported veterans and military families. He did this by improving their benefits and services. Having been a public school teacher, Walz advocated for benefits surrounding education. He increased funding for public schools. He supported the ARRA Act, which designated resources to public schools so teachers wouldn't lose their jobs, so kids would have an overall better quality of education. He voted for the Affordable Care Act, which succeeded in expanding healthcare in the United States, to where even an immigrant could find and gain access to proper and adequate healthcare. In 2018, Walz was elected governor of Minnesota. As governor, Walz furthered his efforts by supporting abortion rights, gun regulation, as well as signing into law bills banning harsh working conditions. So, there are only 75 days left to the election. Does Tim Walz make the cut? Do Tim Walz, his humble beginnings, and his partisan promise for a better tomorrow make him qualify for the role of next Vice President of the United States? Do Tim Walz and his appeal to the working class and his undeterred vision for this nation, where every working class American has the chance to experience the crux of the American dream, make him the most qualified contender for VP? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really just wanted to let people know what Tim Walz is about. You know, you have to know your candidates, and I'm getting to know them even more than I did before. Guys, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. We are so close to 100 subscribers. We got 30 more subscribers, I think. I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe. But anyways, this is Francis, and I'll see you in the next video with the truth. The crude truth.